Hey friends, and welcome back to Sewing from Scratch. I am Kate, and this is where I teach you everything I know about sewing, and we learn more together along the way. Today, we are talking about sock sewing. I know this is could be a shock to you. It was a shock to me because I'm like, we can sew socks? Like, I can make my own socks? I am not really a sock person. I know that sounds, again, weird, but I just don't wear socks. I think I have three pairs of socks, I think, is what I have that I wear on a semi-regular winter basis. And then I think I have one or two pairs, probably one, for that are warmer for when we're outside doing cold weather stuff that we do a lot. But the pairs that are my kind of everyday pairs, they're barely hanging on. I need some more. So I think it was late winter or early spring, I kind of started looking into sewing socks. And I downloaded two different patterns that I'll have linked below. And I've kind of was messing around with them, trying to get a good fit for me and everything. And then I was only working on it casually, so I didn't get it done. And then summer came and I really wasn't wearing socks. It wasn't important to get them done because I was really only wearing socks for when I had running shoes on, which didn't happen very often. So I don't know where I stuck them, but long story short, I lost my pattern pieces, both those patterns. So I don't know what I did with them. I'm sure they'll turn up. So I have to reprint and figure all this out anyway. So I thought I would bring you along and see what kind of adjustments we need to make. So the two patterns I'm using are the Ellie & Mac Sew It Forward socks. This is a free downloadable pattern that obviously you can download and print off. It is, I think, 4 pages. 3 or 4 pages. Both of them are the same. So I'm not actually using my projector for this project because I am going to be doing a lot of alterations as I go, sewing and then altering. So it's just easier to have the paper pieces to actually make those changes. And then the second pattern I'm using is a European pattern. I believe it's German, from Sewing Heart Design, and it is called the Let's Go sock. And this one is ankle sock, which I prefer. I almost never wear long socks other than that one pair I have that I wear in my big boots. So ankle socks are what I prefer, and the Ellie & Mac pattern does not offer ankle version, which is crazy to me. And there was a couple things I liked about both. So that's kind of why I purchased the Let's Go socks, and I'm gonna kind of frank and mash them together and hopefully create a sock pattern that works for me. One thing I do want to mention is I really like in the Let's Go sock how they show doing your stitching on the outside and then you don't have anything to worry about on the inside. But I feel like if you're wearing shoes and stuff like that, it's still gonna be bothersome. So that is one thing about sewing, is that there's gonna have to be a seam. You can do hand stitch and then it would be less bulky, or you can do a flat lock, which is actually again mentioned in the pattern. So I'm gonna kind of play around and see what I like. I like having the band around the top to be fairly slim. I just think that looks better. And I don't even remember what size I made or anything. So what I'm gonna do, instead of printing out just the layer I need, because I don't know what I need and it's easier to do it this way, I'm going to print all the sizes and then I'm just gonna stick my foot right on top and figure out which is my size and cut that out. The one major adjustment I know I'm gonna have to make is in the toe. So this is kind of funny because it's gonna mean I'll have a left and a right sock, and I might not do this for all the fabrics that I use, but if I'm using something with a little bit of body that's actually gonna hold its shape, then I definitely want to do this because my big toe sticks up quite a bit further than the rest of my toes. So funny, because I'll have a left and a right sock. The height is kind of the main thing, and which means I might need to adjust the heel a little bit. I can't exactly remember what I did, or did I just shorten the length, and then yeah, we're gonna see, we're gonna check it out. I am going to be using for my final pair this old shirt I had. I think it was originally my mom's and then I wore it. Maybe it was my mom's, I can't remember for sure, but it's a sweater knit, so I think it'll be perfect for socks, and that's probably gonna be it. I really only plan to make maybe 4 pairs because I wouldn't need more than that. So let's go see how I make out. So here I'm just tracing around my foot, like I mentioned already. For the Ellie & Mac version, I ended up using or tracing and cutting out size 10, the 10 to 11.5 size. And then for the German Let's Go socks, I traced the size 43. And you're going to see that I am going to end up adapting them, but that's just what I chose for now. And then we can go ahead and, you know, adjust after. I just didn't want to cut it too small. I also will say that these are bigger sizes than what like my foot is. Again, I just didn't want it to be too small. And then cutting out the pieces here, you're going to see that the Let's Go sock actually only has 2 pattern pieces, and then you cut a rectangle for the band, and the Ellie & Mac has 4 pieces including the band piece. So it does have one more piece, but also it is like way bigger. All right, so I have my 2 pairs of socks done here, and I'll just run you through a little comparison. So I have them lined up on my my heel there, where the heel is supposed to be. So that's the Ellie & Mac one, it's tall, and this is the German pattern one, it's an ankle sock. The Ellie & Mac does not have height options, it is only this mid-calf option, which I do not like. I just don't wear socks like that. The band is really tight. I have larger calves, so it's like super tight on there, and then it just wants to slide down because it's just the way it is. Sizing I'm pretty happy with for like the first go round here. If I pull it to where, like you can see there's a lot of extra fabric there, so if I pull it to where like a sock would be, where there's not a lot of extra fabric, then I have this big gap here. So I would go and move the heel down there, and then obviously make it an ankle sock, so it would actually kind of end where this heel is here. But if you don't want to spend money, this is a free pattern, and it's easily adaptable. It does have more pieces. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, but if you're making ankle sock, you can omit this back piece pretty much, or you could make it like so that this back piece is really small and still have that ankle seam. I think I might try and actually omit that heel seam, but then I'm afraid of getting like not in the right shaping. But yeah, I did the seams on the outside, and just so I can kind of feel it, get a feel for it. I don't mind that look. It's kind of weird if like people see it, but I don't know, I might just try it. And then we have the German Let's Go socks, and again, it's pretty good for a start. Again, I have the heel lined up there. I do not really like the heel of this because you serge the 2 sides, and then you have to like tie off those serger tails or something, because they're just, I mean, they're there, right? I do like the height of it. The ankle sock is good. The band is maybe a little bit tight, so I might make that a little bit bigger. And then if I do pull it up to where it's good on the toe, then I do have a little bit of excess here, but not something crazy. So now I'm kind of torn between the 2. Which one do I adapt, or do I mash them? I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do. They're virtually like, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm going with an ankle sock anyway, so I mean, this already has the right height, but I don't love the heel on it. So I think what I might do, I think I'm gonna adapt this one. I'm going to, instead of like stopping that tail, I'm gonna serge it all the way around, because there is actually a bit of like excess there anyway. And then I think that's all actually I would need to do on this size. I think it would be okay after that. Oh, and I might add, well, I think I might even leave that. So I think I'm just gonna do that and see what happens. All right, so I just rounded that back heel seam off, and honestly, I think that's all I'm gonna do. Like, you can see that my sock there, where because my big toe is so much longer than the rest, like that's what I was talking about, the left and the right sock, but I'm not gonna bother because these are, I mean, they fit just like a ready to wear pair would. I'm happy with them. I can wear them, and then I mean, if it if I don't love it, I can adjust them, but having a left and right sock would just be a hassle with laundry and everything like that. So I think I'm just gonna leave them like that. But at least you got to see the comparison here. You could very easily adapt this, just like chop that off where your heel is and then chop these off. Then you would have that small back upper piece, and then you just make your band there around your ankle, similar to how this one is. I guess if you want to see like a video on how to do that, just hit me up in the comments and I can do that for ya. Yeah, but I think I'm happy enough with this. I'm gonna try putting them on inside out to see how I like the seams. Otherwise I'll just like color match the serger thread to my actual fabric and it'll be good. Okay, so I just wanted to show you, I did turn them inside out to try them, and I don't mind the seams at all, and I like the look better. Maybe it's just because I don't see the fish, but I don't mind it. Still getting that, and like it's more noticeable when it's this way, but honestly, again, like who cares? So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do my good fabric. Here, I'll zoom you in. In the actual fabric, it's like a sweater knit, a very light sweater knit, so not a lot of recovery. It's okay, but you can tell it's big, right? It's a little big. So I took 3 centimeters off the toe and I am happy. So I'm gonna go ahead and make up that whole sweater. Much for watching. I hope I maybe little light bulb in your brain that's like, I can sew socks. It's funny. I find it funny. It's fall now, so let's do some fall sewing. I know some of us have been sewing for fall for a while already. I am kind of just getting into it a little bit. I mean, I've sewn a few things, but I like my wardrobe to kind of last all year. So there's a few things I do have planned for sure for fall. Other than that, it's kind of all just like all year round stuff. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so I can see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.